hope you can all hear me well. And on behalf of my colleagues, which are also in this room, it is an honor to be here. And I hope it will be informative for you all, and that we have also later during today also a good discussion with each other. First, I will start with an introduction about seed processing Holland for who not know us yet, and also an introduction about our speakers today, which are in the room, and there will be one of our colleagues will be also coming online after lunch in order to help inform you also about how we handle projects. So, yes, first of all, a little introduction about myself for who not know me, because I'm traveling around 25 years, almost, actually 25 years this year in Asia, with the first trips to Bangkok in the episode 1999 as an introduction to Asia, which is a totally different world, let's say, than Europe. And then step by step, so you have seen me a long time, and actually I'm also based in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, since the last 7 years. So I'm become half Asian, let's say. So I work working more than 30 years for this company, Seed Processing Holland, and besides APAC, I also take care within the company of Latin America for sales. After the tea and coffee break, Ms. Sara Abdul Maleki, and it's still also a difficult name for me to announce. So normally we're not the same like in Thai. We only use the first name, so we use another name for it. So she is working at our head office as a process engineer, and she is really has built up a lot of knowledge in drying. And that's what she also would like to share with you later on during today, after the tea break. How we dry seeds, because especially I think also in these climate conditions which you are having in Asia, drying was always not that important, or seems to be not important, but it's very important for creating also high quality of your seeds. As you see, she is experienced in process, chemical and mechanical engineering, and she joined our company 4 years ago almost. After lunch, we also will have a presentation about how we handle projects by Mark Appelman. He is one of our sales engineers. He's based also in our head office and working almost, I believe, 5 years in our company now, or a little bit more. And he's working on all kinds of project-based projects, which, let's say, are customized. And besides that, we also have an observer, if I may call it like that. That's our CEO, Mr. Arjan Kunst. He's almost same time in our company, since 1992 actually. And we're working already a long time with many pleasure together. And he has also many experience in, besides leading the company, but also in engineering, in developing and all these kind of steps within the company. Since the last 11 years, he's also the CEO of our company. So first of all, I would like to use our company movie. Soon we get a new one, so this is a little bit dated. So there is one part about packing equipment in this that we're not doing anymore. But that will be in April. We will release our new company movie, and everybody get informed about that, so that you will see also the latest development. But it covers still a lot of what we are doing.
Seed Processing Holland produces a complete range of seed processing equipment and peripheral equipment, from a simple hand screen to complex packaging machines. Innovative and tailor-made machines, designed, manufactured and installed according to the highest standards. Since 1967, we've been providing customers around the world with safe machines and installations, from our premises in Seed Valley in Enkhuizen. Our own engineering department develops the machines and installations according to the requirements of our customers. After the machine or installation has been delivered to the client, we install the equipment worldwide. Our technicians also provide training to the operators. We offer comprehensive after-sales service to our clients, which includes maintenance. We can monitor the performance of our machines via internet in order to analyze and repair any malfunctions effectively. Seed Processing Holland offers a one-stop shop for innovative seed processing.
So, something about seed processing itself. The company was established in 1967, so slightly older than me, and we were part of, let's say, in 2002, our founder has handed over the company to 5 of the employees, so management buyout, and in 2016 became part of an investment company. And as you probably have seen recently in the news, that we are now part of the Fowler Wester Group. Although that doesn't remain that many things are changing, we're making each other only stronger in the market, and we are working close together. But seed processing itself will have his own development, his own assembly, his own operations based in the Netherlands, and that will continue. Within seed processing, we also focus on vegetable seeds mainly. That's historically, but also more and more we are operating in the field crops. And within the field crops, we are focusing more in the R&D and the smaller amounts, not in huge installations. We try to be globally. We are working globally already for the last almost 30, 40 years. And we're doing that with a group of people of around 70 people nowadays. And our production facility is just renewed also, painting the walls, more sustainable building, so that we are ready for the future. If you see the structure nowadays, we are part of Fowler Wester Group, and within the group we have Fowler Wester, which is focusing on India itself, Westrup, which is globally available there for mostly field crops, and we are doing the vegetable crops and a little bit of field crops, and besides fields, there's also a sister company called Premium Seed Machines, which is also doing something in drying and priming, and that one will be integrated in our company. If you look at the mission, I think that's also one of the very important things. We want to be a reliable partner for you, to help you to solve your problems, to come with solutions, to help you to make it more effective, efficient, to work in your operations, and to get better high quality output of your seeds while using machines or using solutions or coming together with solutions. And we also partner of all these organizations in the world, so like ISF. This year will be also, we have the honor in the Netherlands to have organized the International Seeds Federation Congress in Rotterdam. So if you have plans to visit that or to join that, take some while also to visit us in Enkhuizen. Holland is not that big like in Thailand. You can drive it within 2 hours, while you may mostly take trains or you take a flight. There are no domestic flights in the Netherlands, so you have to take a car or a train. And we are also actually 25 years EPSA member this year, so we also have a long presence in Asia itself. We would like to be a total solution provider. That means from the beginning till the end, and that we are doing with our 70 colleagues, which are mostly based in the Netherlands, and doing all kinds of activities like in engineering, in R&D, sales and production, which are all mentioned here. And we also work with global account programs in order to talk about terms and conditions with the global companies, so that we not always have to negotiate everywhere again and again, to save time and also make it more efficient for everybody. Within our company, we have our own sales team, and in the next slide I explain a little bit more about that. But we also have our R&D team, and we are working on new developments, and that we can only do by listening very carefully what happens in the market. for that, in principle, we need you to get your input, to get your ideas, to get your information about what are your problems. Because in that way we can move forward, and together we are able to move forward in this industry. And to make that possible, later on we also have to produce and to assemble the machines so that you are able to use them and to get the high quality seeds which also the market is demanding, because the market is changing, the market is asking for higher quality of seeds, higher germination, higher usable plants. All these kind of things we have to do together for finally the end user and finally the consumer. If you just talk with your friends around the world, just who live next door to you, they have no idea what happened in this industry. Totally not. They just eat, they enjoy the food, but what is all necessary to enjoy the food and to make it possible to get the food, they're never busy with it. It looks like normal. And besides, also we have, of course, when you're working with machines, something can go wrong, or you have to install it, and for that we also have a service team with field service engineers who travel around the world to install and to maintain and to repair machines around the world. As I said, we also work with our sales team, that are, let's say, the contacts around the world. And besides Arjan, he's our CEO, but also our commercial director, we're working with a group of 4 sales area managers or area sales managers around the world, from one in China, and the other ones are taking care of North America and Europe, and also I'm taking care of, as I told you, APAC and LATAM. And then we have a group of 3, nowadays 3, but hopefully in the future more sales engineers who will help you with all kinds of projects, things that you would like to develop. Can be from standards up to projects, and then we have our standard team or inside sales team who's selling the machines where we have no engineering anymore, that you can build and use. But we're also working with partners around the world, and we try to expand that so that in case you have, it's more easy in the local language to explain, because like this morning, Dr. Bowen gave probably a very interesting presentation, but we not understand it. So communication is also an issue, and when you work with a local person, they can develop and help you with developing the business and also understand. So besides our office in the Netherlands, we are working in Vietnam and China with our own offices, and we have also our service partners in different parts of the world, and our sales partners also in different parts, like in the US, in Cuba. That sounds a little bit strange, but there we have one, Bangladesh, and also in India and Korea. Who are our customers? Yeah, they are everywhere around the world. They can be wherever you name it, we almost have customers. There are a few countries maybe which we have no customers, but in most of the countries we have, like in Asia, almost all the countries, and also the local ones, the regional ones, but also the global. If you talk about, like I already mentioned, in which markets we are operating, our main market from the history is always the vegetable seed market. There we are strong, there we are in making new developments, and we have good base of equipment which can be used from seed extraction up to dressing, and before it was packing, now we stop after all the treatments, so before, until packing. We also do something in field crops, quite a lot of things nowadays. We have developed that since the last 7 to 10 years. We started with canola, that's almost similar like a brassica, so that was, I will not say relatively easy, but this is the same technology, same techniques. But also there we have implemented more automatization and also less labor involved. And then we entered also the sugar beet market, the corn, and now we also focus a little bit more on sunflower. We are not in the other crops yet. We want to step by step to develop this and to get knowledge about the crop, and not that you buy something or you get something and you have it not working. We want to be sure that when we are coming back, that everybody is smiling and everybody is happy with the machines. And then besides that, we also have what we call others, the flowers, the herbs, the hems, and the tree seeds. Yeah, these are very small parts in the market where we also operating from time to time, but will not standard, will not develop any machines, but just based on what is happening in the market. If you look at what the product groups which we have in our portfolio, then we are, what also Dr. Moby showed a little bit, it was the extraction, but also we are dealing with dressing machines. That's more for the dry products like carrots, brassicas, onions, these crops and other crops as well. Let's say everything what is dry. Then important also within our portfolio is drying, and that is also one of the key speakers later on. Sarah will explain and inform you about all the aspects of drying and the advantages and how we can help you in that area, but also very informative. Cleaning, we also have of course our line in cleaning equipment, specialized cleaning equipment, and then we have the overlap with our new sister company Westrup, which is also available for cleaning equipment. They fully focus on cleaning equipment. And enhancement, we do also things like seed sanitation, automation, priming, pelletizing, and then we also go to the next stage is coating and treatment. And finally we have some transportation equipment to connect machines with each other. But finally it is all about improvement of the seed quality. That's the most important. That's where you are busy with, to get better varieties and also reach the quality which you need to finally to sell the seeds. And for that we have developed a line of seed extraction and dressing machines in order to have no seed losses or less seed losses, because there are quite a few systems in the world also for extraction where you are losing seeds. And that you have not sowing the seeds to lose them later on. Try to want to get seeds all and also damage free when you are talking more about dressing, where you get it out of the plant material or you get it out of the pots. Seed enhancement processes to make it more efficient, people less involved in touching chemicals or what kind of materials you use, so more safe, more efficient, more automatization. Drying, I will not talk too much about drying in my presentation because that will come later on the table, but also upgrading. Also this morning I saw the pictures so about priming, about all kinds of techniques in order to improve and to make it more uniform for your product. And then you also have some seed treatments like control processes for film coating, pelletizing, but also encrusting, which is just a step in between. If you look at our product, and then we say also what is standard, we call it standard, that are machines which we are building more often and there is no engineering involved anymore. We have that, and that is also part of our inside sales team. They take care of that in principle. And that is a range of around 20 machines which we are putting. Of course we are improving that from time to time, but based on what we get return information back from the market. Within the company we also have an experience center where you are invited to come to visit us, but also when you have a problem with one of your seed lots, you can send them to us, we can make an analysis of it and we give you results back based on that one if we are able to solve the problem, because most of the time we not get the most easy material from our end users in order to try to come with solutions. We have also do a lot of projects, and within projects it is very, and that also later on you see in the presentation from Mark, it is very important to have a good communication with the customer. Communication is the key to everything, and many times we get one-liners by email. Can you make a quote for this? Can you make a quote for that? In principle you always get an email back or a telephone call back. He will ask you the details. What do you have in mind? What do you want? Because in a one-liner you cannot write down exactly what is needed. So we always try, the most important is what do you need? Do you understand but understand the customer. Do we understand your requirement before we go to concept? And there are more stages in the whole process that you see later on. And finally, we hope to get an order from you, in this case, and then we go to design, for designing and engineering and installation, and later on, hopefully hopefully less, but there will be always some spare parts needed. You need to maintain, you need to take care of your machine so that they have a very long life cycle to be used. But also we have projects from standard, like if you go from the left to the right, a dressing machine which is built in a complete concept, so that more automatization or more capacity, like you see also in the second one about extraction, where we are automized the whole process. In this case it was for big squash, you see, but also cleaning lines which are fully automatized, and also with sensors and all the self-cleaning, so that also the operators are less involved in the whole process and you can do it with less people. But also in logistic, by vacuum transportation or by box turners, priming and enhancement to do the seat sanitation fully automatically instead of moving from one liquid to the other one manually. Coating systems, including drying, which are fully automatically, but also other drying projects, which later on you see Sarah will give a presentation. So I would like also to give another example about, and that is a little bit in line with Dr. Boneme's presentation, where he mentioned about the gravity table. We see now more and more in the market also air separation, which also have an advantage for you, because there were less heat losses. It's much more easy to operate, and you can store recipes in the system so that you can recall them, so that also less skilled operators are capable to operate such machines. Other new developments. You see more and more in the market that also companies are interesting, or they want to get data from their processes. So in order to get these data, we also have developed what we call SPH Connect. And with that system you are able to connect all kinds of data from machines, from information from in and output, operation times, and that can be all together with barcode systems, so that also, let's say, you can put the person, the operator, the machine, the screens, that can be all connected with each other, and to avoid also errors or mistakes in cleaning the wrong rods or with the wrong machines, to make it all more efficient. But also machine information, data from the machine, like performance in dryer, performance in other machines, so that you can see what is the uses of the machine, the time that is in operation, the time that there's downtime, in order to come to final improvements for your whole process, because people are difficult to get, especially in our industry or in your industry. They are difficult to get, not only in Thailand, but also everywhere in the world. It's very difficult to find people. We have a lot of people around the world, but nobody wants to work, or less people want to work in agriculture. They all want to sit in an office behind a computer, clean environment, air conditioned in this area. So, as a company, I think you have to go for more automatization in order to get it more efficient with less people, and make it also more enjoyable for the people to work in your company. Other new developments are in drying, multifunctional dryers which can use in different setups, with boxers, rotation units, fluid bed systems, but later on Sarah will inform you. But also automated processing lines, and that's the next one where we are, I give you a little bit insight. This is a system where we are using in breeding, in this case in corn, to dress, clean, and pack, and also coat in one operation, with one operator, different small lots of, in this case, corn cobs. Finally, comes in bags, and stickers are placed on the packets as well. So that information will be also all back generated to the ERP systems of the company, so that all the data is also collected. As you can see, within the dressing machine there is also a cleaning phase where we clean the seeds, but also an air separation part to blow out the light material, and then it will be transported to a color sorter. Within the color sorter we are also, besides separating on color, we also are able to count the seeds which are passing in the machine, and also to divide it in samples based on the recipe which you have given in the beginning. Finally, after the color sorting and the dividing, partly according to the recipe, seeds can be coated. Let's say samples can be coated, and also we can indirectly at that time we can also weigh the amount of seeds, so that we also know that we can count it back to the 1,000 kilo weight. But also a sample can be uncoated and can be collected on that way, and we have the final rest of material. And in every 45 seconds, one batch is processed. And in between, what you see here is also that we're cleaning the line. So after each batch, the whole line gets cleaned, so that we have no contamination of seeds after each batch. And it all goes, let's say, fully automatic. You only have to fill and take it away. In between, everything goes fully automatic. Short, but we just meant that it's an integration of different processes within one installation and all connecting together. But also in other executions you have this, like in the cleaning line, with all different machines, all the different steps, which also Dr. Boni just this morning mentioned, all connected with each other in order to have it much more efficient and less people involved. Or in coating and drying, where At feeding, we can select to which coating machine it has to be transported. We have one loading system. Coating, including drying, so in one stage. During the process of coating, we also dry the seeds. So everything is based also on the barcodes that we are using to inform and to let operate the whole line. Also pelletizing. Also tomorrow you will get some information, more inside information from our friends from Incotec about pelletizing and about other technologies. But this is also a system which is developed to develop, let's say, recipes for priming or for pelletizing, where the machine will also capture all the information which you have done. So you make it manually, and finally, when you are satisfied, you can save the data, and if it is okay and the recipe is fine, the next time you can just repeat it without, let's say, unskilled people are able to do this pelletizing process. So that makes it also more easy to upscaling for the future. So what's next? Next, I hope that next time we are talking together, face to face, maybe about all the things and the solutions that we can provide for you. And if there are any questions, I think maybe later on we can answer. We can have now also a question around, but we are a little bit, if I keep in mind the program, we are a little bit out of schedule. Actually, almost half an hour. So if that if you allow me, I think we are ready for a coffee and tea break.